Let us watch as we see our area go from this to that. Look at this. This is amazing. Hello everyone, Alchemist here, and welcome back to Timberborn. As we awake on a new day, we unleash the beaver flood. Look at them all go, hard-working little beavers, how cute they are. This is great and all. We have a lot of beavers here. But I think we need some more. Like, I have buildings that don't have beavers in them. All these are even paused right now, and I'm still getting low on beaver power here. So I think we're going to need to get more beavers. And to do that, I think we're going to need more food. Because this is really our only food supply. So we're going to need to do a little more. And I think we start using this area right here. We got plenty of space that we could use up right here. And I think it should not be too hard to get green. If I just kind of put in, I think, like a levee right here, blocking up this river, as soon as this dam overflows, if I have a levee here, the water will get backed up and kind of backfill this whole river. And it'll come pretty far up. It'll come all the way up to here, I think. So that means all this will be green. This whole thing should be green. And that's a ton more food. That means a ton more beavers, too. I really don't get... Honestly, this is like the only food supply we've had for this whole season so far. I do not know how we've made it through with just this. This is really not a lot, I feel like. This is like a tiny, tiny bit. I just now got the bread in, which is good, because we have a ton of bread now. But besides that, we've just been using this, which is crazy. And I did get this in over here, which they are struggling to use and not doing very well on that. Why are there hungry beavers over here? Oh, because there's no carrots. Aha, makes sense. Should probably add a route giving these guys some carrots from the main district, because they're not getting a ton. I guess we'll give them bread, actually. We have a lot of bread. Alright, well, hopefully these guys don't die. Jeez, what the heck? But to get started with this project, I think the first thing we're going to do is get a dam in. So we're probably going to put it like... Probably like over here somewhere. Sounds good. Or maybe even like in this really, really narrow part. And I think we're going to have this district do it for us. Because, yeah, it's getting like yellow right there. So they should be able to reach all the way down here. Let me lay out some paths and we'll see if they can reach. Oh yeah, and I just realized that's going to definitely need some gears, huh, to build that up. So we might as well start getting some gears over here, too. Okay, and they have finished setting up these paths and putting that staircase in. And we're looking pretty red. So we're going to have to probably slide the district center over here somewhere, just for the time being, so that they can build up all of this. Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to put the levee in right here. Because... this is the layer it has to be at anyways, so I might as well just use up all the land we got. They've made their way down, so it is time to move the district center. We're going to put it... Can I reach everything over there? Yeah, if we put it right here, they'll be able to reach it all. Which is fine. Where does that reach over here? Does not reach our food production. Which kind of stinks, but that's okay, because they're getting bread from the other districts, so they should be okay on food. And yeah, they'll get food and water, so that nothing too crazy is getting missed out on, which is good. So I'll let them start building that up. I know this is a little risky, but we just need the beavers, like I was saying. So I'm literally getting... You know what? I'm getting 2 of these in. I don't even care. We're doing it. We're going for it. We are going for it. I'm going to need a little bit of ladder action right here, I think. Oh my goodness, if I had $1 for every time this stupid thing dries up, and some of our crops start drying up because of it, I would be a rich man. I know there's a mod that I can get like automatic floodgates, and I probably should just install it. But I'm too lazy to right now, so I'm not going to. I am going to stick in a couple more lumberjack flags right here with the same little ladder trick I did before. Just so that they can kind of help with this side. Because all these trees are kind of growing up all at once, like 91%. That one's not, that's 29, 82. Like, all these are going to grow up at once, so I think they might get a little overwhelmed. And I did sneak another one in over here, too. That should help. Alright, and as for this area, what I think I'm going to do, because I could technically probably run most of this area off of the main district. But honestly, I think we'll be better off just getting a whole nother district set up right here. And we kind of have the space. Because what I'm thinking is we could just shove a bunch of platforms, like, above the river right here, because the water can still flow underneath them. We should be able to put all the necessary buildings we need just right on top, and it should be good to go there. So yeah, something like that should be good to get us started here. Yeah, and I'll just kind of throw all the different buildings we need on top. Oh yeah, we're probably going to need some more planks, because that's going to take a lot of planks. Alright, I moved those two buildings up there from down here, which is awesome. So now we just got to wait till they build up this little area, and we'll move the forester up there. And I'm deleting all this junk and putting some more maple trees in. But now that we're getting some gears over to this district, I think we should kind of start getting rid of this junk. Because this is ugly as heck. This is just terrible looking. So we should probably get one of these underground piles for wood. Sounds like a good idea. That means I can delete all of these. And then we'll set up two more. We'll do one. It's going to be for planks. And we'll set up one that's going to be for scrap metal. Because I should probably start getting rid of this too. Might as well. Set up a little scavenger flag. You can get to work slowly but surely. If there is anybody that is a modder or knows a modder, please think of a mod that will stop the beavers from working if their pumps cannot reach the water. Because I'm sick of doing this manually. Every time I always forget that, like, as soon as these stop pumping the water, the beavers still stay in them, and then there's nobody working these pumps. Then you run out of water, and then you have a crisis. Please help. Please help. Okay. That was a nice wave of growing up. Holy guacamole. It's had like 13 beavers grow up in one day. Oh, we got workers now. Look at that. Jesus. So all of our hauling posts are almost filled up now. That's amazing. I'll still leave some of these buildings paused. I am slowly just working our dynamite up, which is very good, because we're definitely going to need it for some future projects I have planned. But we'll just let that slowly trickle up in the background. Alright, they're just about done with this dam, which is very good, because the drought is about to end, and I want this filled up with water. And they finished up just about all this as well. I think I need one more platform right there that I missed. Yep. But I'm going to start laying out this whole district down here. Let's see what we got. Alright, so I think this is what we're going to go with for, like, infrastructure kind of things. We're going to have one for water, and then we're going to plant maple trees, which the maple syrup gets stored in barrels. We're going to have pine resin, eventually. Pine resin gets stored in storages. We're probably going to plant carrots over here. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm not totally sure, but I think that makes the most sense. Because then what I'll do is I have the carrots here. But yeah, I'll probably just switch the carrots out for more sunflowers and potatoes and stuff like that. And then I'll just do all of our carrots over here. Sounds like a good idea. We'll see how it goes in practice. We're actually going to need a drop-off point too. Let me not forget about that. Get the drop-off point. And then after that, we're just going to need a bunch of farmhouses. So I'm going to try to figure out how I'm going to do this. Probably what I'm going to do is do like half, maybe a little more than half, is just going to be like all farmland. And then like this section over here is going to be like our chestnut trees for grilled chestnuts, our maple for maple pastries, and our pine for the whatever the heck they're called. You need the pine resin for the wood workshop is what you need to get the treated pine stuff. Whatever the heck it's called. I could sit here mess with this all day, and I literally have been, but I've had enough, alright? This is good enough. This will be great. I just kind of move things around a little bit just to make it a little bit more efficient, I guess. I kind of put, like, because I'm still going to have the main connection here, just so that way they can bring goods from this district and send them to the main district, and also bring some things from the main district and send them to this district. So I kind of have, like, those kind of buildings right in the middle, which is a little better, and the storage is in the middle too, just so that way people don't have to walk as far from, like, the farmhouse to put it in the storage and stuff like that. But I could literally sit here all day messing with this, and I have been sitting here for probably like 30 minutes just playing around with different scenarios and stuff like that. But this is fine. This should be totally fine. We have more than enough houses, should have more than enough storage. If I need more, I could always find some other ways to put some more storage in here. And I know it's like not like the most efficient. Like I could have probably found some weird way to like lay these out in like all different directions and stuff like that. And saved it that little bit of space, because there's a couple spaces here that I'm using of the landscape instead of just all above the water. But I think just having them in a straight line will be a lot better for my brain than having them all scattered about the place and saving those extra like 10 tiles or so. This looks good. I'm going to have them start building this up. Only thing I'm really missing over here is the tapper's shack. So I will unlock those for 500 science. And oh yeah, these should be fine. I can kind of put these wherever. Maybe I want to move them down the river a little bit just to be able to reach this whole back part. But yeah, I can just kind of put these wherever, no big deal. And I am going to put in 2 temporary pile storages over here, just so I can get some logs and some planks over here. And I will set them to obtain, just so that way they fill these up. Because once I switch over to this district, I'm going to need this district to build up a couple more platforms down on this end, because the main district cannot reach all the way over there. I did just realize a slight oversight, and that was because when I placed down these farmhouses, there was no building placed here. Because look how far it reaches right there. But as soon as I put in this drop-off point, it just cuts that area in half, which is kind of crazy. So I think I'm going to need to just have a pathway kind of sneaking through. And then I'm going to slide like a couple of these over one. And that lets them reach a lot farther. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to have to do that. It's a little bit of a waste, so that's okay. There we go, so that's a little better. So now at least they can reach all the way back there, which is very good. Alright, and that's the end of the drought. We will let our channels and our reservoirs fill back up with water. And as soon as this fills back up and overflows, all this whole river should start overflowing as well, because they finished that dam back there. So it will take them a little while to fill this all up, but it will fill up, hopefully before the start of the next drought. Because we probably only have about a 7-day period to fill this whole thing up. I hope that's long enough. We'll have to see. I'm not really sure what happened to all of our beaver friends over here. Yeah, I don't really know what happened. They're all just gone. They just vanished into the abyss. There's 0 beavers in this district. The only thing I can think of is that's probably what it was, is I had them sending bread over. But maybe they cannot grab the bread out of here to eat it. Oh, no. I know what happened. Oh, okay. I know what happened. I totally know what happened. It's because I moved this. I moved the district center back. Okay. Aha-hoo-ha. That just gave me a heart attack. Alright, that is exactly what happened. I just moved the district center over. That is why. Okay. We are good. Everything's alive. We are alive. We've stabilized. I think. I hope. Let us watch as we see our area go from this to that. Look at this. This is amazing. This is absolutely beautiful. Look how much green area we have here. This is freaking amazing. And this happened just in time. This just filled up just in time because the next drought is coming in 3 days. The only thing that kind of stinks about this area, because as soon as we go down below this first tile, the amount of green space gets basically cut in half. Like it's like it'll be like dried out, like basically past where my mouse is going. It's like all this back here will be dried out. All that back here will be dried out. Which kind of stinks, but for now, we have a good little setup here. We're probably going to want to get a big reservoir of water again somewhere else. I don't know where yet. Just that way we can feed this river with water as we need it. Maybe something like over here I was kind of thinking, which we'll probably have to work on in a future episode, or maybe something back here we could do, but we're probably going to want another big reservoir just to feed this river and keep all this green for as long as we possibly can. Alright, and I did get rid of the rest of the stuff that was laying on the ground down here, and it's all moved up top. So that means we got more maple trees planted, which is very, very nice. Get a nice supply of wood coming from down here. And it looks nice and neat, too. It's all organized up top. That's great. I also did build up the underground pile, which is completely empty, and all our logs are just sitting on the ground right now, but they'll figure that stuff out eventually. And back on this side over here, these 2 farmhouses are in reach of the district center, so I might as well just start letting them plant some stuff. So I'll just start laying out some carrots for them to start planting. And I am just going to leave this little space for the paths, because as soon as we get this district in, I will have them delete the rest of these trees over here, too. But District 1 just can't reach these yet, so we're going to have the District number 3 do it eventually, once we get that all set up. What do you think? You think that's going to be enough carrots, though? I think we'll be fine here. Holy crap, this is so many carrots. See, what I'm thinking is we'll have all carrots here, and then I'll probably do, like, chestnut trees along this side of the river, and then I'll kind of split the difference over here. I'll do, like, I probably want to do a little bit more maple trees than pine trees, because pine trees we only need for the treated planks, which we don't really need that many of, and we won't really need them for a good while. But the maple trees we'll need to make the maple pastries, which is food, and that gets consumed. So we'll probably have, like, up to here, probably be, like, maple trees, and just, like, this little section over here will be pine, just for the pine resin. And I am going to add a route from the main district to district number 2 to start sending some explosives over. And that is because I think we could start blowing up just these ledges right here, like this ledge and that ledge, just to get that extra little bit of water stored up. Might as well. Alright, start of a new drought. Only 18 days. Oh, we're fine. I was getting worried because I forgot to raise this, so this didn't even get all the way full. So I was getting a little bit worried, but yeah, it's only 18 days. That's a joke! We've survived like almost 30-day droughts. We can make it through, no big deal. I guess we're going to have to see how long that this stays green for, too. This will be a good test. So it's 18 days now, so we'll see how long it takes until it drops down a tile. Alright, they finished up all the infrastructure over here. So I had this water tank set on obtain, so they just started filling up this, which is very good. And I decided to raise the district center up a little bit, just so I can get a path sneaking under. So I could sneak a cheeky little scavenger flag over here to start collecting up some of this metal. But I think it's time, my friends. I think it is definitely time. We're sticking the district center in. Let's do it. Look at that. This is beautiful. So this district is its own fully operational thing now. So let's start sending some beavers over. What do we need? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12, and we're going to need like 4, so 16. We're gonna need a couple in here. Probably like another 6 or so. Like something like that. So we'll get like 22. A couple in there. So we'll get like 25. We'll get 25 beavers. Let me rename this so it doesn't mess me up. So number 3. And now we will send from 1 to 3. 20. We'll start with 25. Let's see where that gets us. Alright, 25's almost there. I think we get a couple more. Because this is empty. Gonna need a couple more haulers. So we get another, like, 8. We'll get another 10. Oops, that's the wrong way. We'll get another 10 over here. So we have 35. Oh, wow, that's a lot. And I don't want them having too many babies. So I'm going to pause up these top 2 lodges. Just so they don't go crazy having babies. I just kind of put these in just for future proofing. Okay, so it's time to start planting trees now. There we go. Nice. Oh, well, I just realized that I deleted this path when I needed the path. That's so smart of me. And I also realized that the back of the ladder is facing this way, so I have to literally put in a whole other path in just to connect it up. Oh, what an idiot. What an idiot. But yeah, I'll just put the district gate in over here. And I'll put that little path in there to connect it all up. So now we can start getting logs, planks, and water from District 1 to District 3. So we can start building up a little bit more of this river over here. So yeah, I think 2 will be perfectly fine. That should be more than enough to harvest up just this area right here. And once the forester finishes planting all this, I can just delete this because we will not need that any longer. And I'm going to need a couple gather flags to gather up all the chestnuts that are going to be planted on this side. Let me figure out a spot for those. So there we go, and a couple gather flags right there. Should be more than enough to pick up all these chestnuts. And we're good to go here. So they're going to start shipping some wooden planks over, get these filled up, and they'll start building away the rest of this. And then this whole district will be all set to go. This is awesome. Alright, now that we got carrots cranking, I think it's time we can switch out something over here. So if I look at our well-being for our main district, we're kind of low on sunflower seeds, potatoes, bread we can fix just in this district alone. So yeah, I think I'm just going to split the carrot field over here with some more sunflower seeds and some more potatoes. And look at this over here. I actually blew up this little ledge right here. And they finally finished it just so I can get in a couple more little bit of sunflowers planted. Yeah, let me unmark all these carrots. So as they kind of just start harvesting these up, I'll just start switching it over slowly but surely. Okay, slight emergency here. They are out of water on this side, in this district. That's just because they cannot ship it over fast enough. Which is not great. We don't love that, actually. We do not love that whatsoever. Huh. What do we do about that? I either have to get a second one of these in, or I have to let this district pump some water of their own. Either way is not great. We don't love either of those. Maybe I'll just do both, to be honest. First thing I think I'm going to do is just get another distribution post. And then maybe we'll have to look at some way of getting some water pumped up. Just the only thing that sucks is I don't want them to pump water out of the river too much, because if they do, then it'll drain faster and this will all start dying out quicker. So it's a kind of a weird balancing act. I was thinking maybe what I could do is build like a levee right here. So that way just they can only pump out water from this little section right here and not this section. If that makes any sense at all. I am also setting up a pump system on this side just so that way that's one less route this distribution post has to run. Because right now they're bringing water, planks, bread, and explosives over to this district. So if I get them pumping their own water, that's one less thing that we have to worry about transporting from district to district. And I might be able to get rid of the bread one. I'm kind of scared, though. The carrots are getting pretty full. Maybe I'm going to get rid of the bread one for now. And I'm just going to keep a close eye on if these carrots get really low. Because they're just... I don't know what these guys are doing. They are just not picking up all these carrots. Oh, and I think I see the problem. It is because this is full. Ah. Well, that doesn't really make any sense because we have no haulers. Never mind. Okay, well, so if I get some more haulers in here, then they should be producing more carrots because they're not getting the carrots just because they're filled up right now. Alright, so now we got more haulers. I just sent some beavers over from District 1 to District 2. So now they should be getting the carrots out of the farmhouses quicker, which is good. I'm probably going to want to get another storage as well for carrots, so I will just put that over here on the ledge temporarily. Alright, they finished up this district, so I added a route for water to district number 3. Gotta get some beavers in here, though, so I'll high prioritize that. So now we have 2 distribution posts just shipping water over to this district, so let's see how we do there. Okay, well, they're getting water in here, which is good, so no one is getting too dehydrated. Couple little guys here and there, but they can go drink now, which is very good. Well, this has definitely worked. We have a ton of food again, which is really good. 2.7k carrots already. Look at all those carrots. Oh my goodness. Can't even get them out fast enough. It's funny in this game. Some people say they like absolutely kind of hate the district system. And it could use maybe some refining in my opinion, but I kind of like it. It does present a challenge because you have to make sure you maintain enough beavers in the distribution post to send stuff back and forth. And you got to figure out like which things you want to produce in some districts and which things you want to have them send over. So it does present a new set of challenges, which is pretty cool because late game, if you just have one district and they're doing everything, it can get a little boring, honestly. Not boring, but it's just like, there's not as much challenge. Like this game, when you first start, it's challenging. You got to like worry about damming everything off and getting water and getting food. But once you get late game and get your food and water and wood figured out, you really don't have a ton that you have to worry about. But this kind of presents a whole new set of challenges, which is kind of cool. Keeps the game interesting, at least. Okay, well, that's good to know, at least. So, about, what was that, like, it was 18 days, so about, like, 14, 13 days is how long we have until it drops off and we lose our first couple layers, which is not terrible. 13 days in and we still have all this food being produced, which is very good. We are definitely still going to want to figure out some way to prevent this from happening by getting some other kind of big water storage, maybe set up over here or something like that. Just that way we can drain it in as we need it. And I actually did just realize we're probably going to need to keep a couple foresters around, just so that way when this does dry out, which it probably will shortly, we can get somebody just to replant all the trees that do die. So what we'll do is we'll just have like this one and this one in here, and we'll just pause them as we don't need them, and then we'll unpause them if we do need them, and I'll just slide the tapper shack in over here instead. Alright everybody, we're going to end the episode there. Thank you guys very much for watching, and don't forget, leave a like and a comment, Let me know any suggestions you have. Let me know some name suggestions for these new districts we got here. But thank you very much, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!